Hello everybody, I'm Josh Korick and this is
Ian.
And this is your Blue Edge Energy Weekly Market Snapshot. I want to give a quick shout out to all the wonderful people working in the healthcare side of the systems, including several members of my family. I know there's so many folks right now that are working double shifts in senior care centers, in hospitals, doing contact tracing amongst many other tasks, and I am so grateful and so thankful for what they're doing for our seniors, people that are ill, and so forth. So if you're listening to this in a small community, think about those nursing homes, those small hospitals, sending care packages, some pie down to a place like that, some comfort food for those individuals as they're doing all the heavy lifting right now. So that being said, let's jump on into this thing. The current month, December, the prompt month right now, the gas is trading at $2.59.2 a decatherm. That's down 40.3 cents since last week alone. Can you believe it, Ian? Meanwhile, for memory's sake, we are in the month of November and the gas rolled off the book at $2.99.6 a decatherm. Now, when we look ahead to what's left of this winter, December, January, and February, the strip price is $2.67.2 a decatherm. This is a change down 43.8 cents since last week alone. Now, when we look to the winter after this, 2021-2022, the winter strip sits at $2.96.3, down about 19.5 cents since last week. Meanwhile, the 2021 calendar strip price, assuming equal volumes like a cheese plant, is sitting at $2.72.2 a decatherm. That's down 28.8 cents since last week. And lastly, the 2022 calendar strip price is at $2.69.6 a decatherm. That's a change down 8.2 cents since last week. So let's talk about the storage report, because that had some big news this week. It was a positive 31 BCF of change into the ground, which was way above what was expected and way above what we had last year, which we're going to talk about a little bit later. So this puts our current overall storage inventory at 3,958 BCF. We're very full, folks, going into winter. That's 293 BCF above last year, and that's 231 BCF above the 5-year moving average. When we look at the regional cash out prices, such as in Chicago, we see physical gas trading at $2.08 a decatherm. It's come crashing down this week, down 60.5 cents, again with the warmer weather in November here. Meanwhile, for our friends in the western part of the state, they're off a different lateral, Northern Natural Gas. They're at $2.08 as well, down 56.5 cents since last week alone as well. Let's take a look at the weather. Now in Wisconsin, it's been doing well out here, and I did a lot of work outside today. It's been warm, but pretty soon, in the next day or two, we're going to return to lows in the 40s and overnight temperatures in the mid-20s. So we're not quite done with this warm weather yet, but it won't be so bad even when that hits. And then when we look to the 18 to 14-day national weather forecast, it's calling for warmer and above normal temperatures across most of the lower 48, including into the Midwest and into the plains as well. So some commentary. Winter's over, everybody. Well, that appears to be the message that the natural gas market has been sending this week as the December gas contract continued its plunge. We're below $2.60 right now, and that's down a whopping 40.3 cents since the close on Friday, so in only a few days. Now, the craziness of this bearish move is illustrated by the fact that the January 2021 contract is currently trading for less than the October 2021 gas contract. Thanks to speculators and computer trading, these situations can occur, but they never last long as the market always corrects itself. Either the back end of the curve must fall down, such as next winter, or the front end, which we're coming into, needs to rise up. And given the simple fact that winter is far from over, our expectation is that the winter gas contract will be the ones to correct. Commentary 2. This week's collapse in price was the direct result of our unusual warm November weather we've been having over the last few weeks. While this week's plus 31 BCF storage injection may not have seemed like much, it played against an early cold spell last November, if you remember back, in which we saw a negative 94 BCF withdrawn. So there's been a huge shift from what we saw in storage from last year to this year, and from the 5-year moving average as well to this year. So, however, we have not answer the first big question of winter. If you remember back a few weeks ago, we were warning about the validity of Climate Prediction Center's winter forecast as they were calling for a warm November while others were saying it was going to be cold. Well, it's confirmation that the CPC had this dead on the money with the November forecast. And we bring this up because their forecast, which is updated today, still calls for a La Nina winter, which is going to produce colder than normal weather in the mid to second half of this winter. So, which is going to affect us here in the Midwest, and we see prices having to rebound and correct itself. So on behalf of myself and
Ian
and TJ and Blake and Karen, we want to thank you for tuning in. Is there anything you want to say as a parting shot?
I don't know.
We don't know either. Have yourself a good weekend. We'll talk to you later.
Bye.